Hello friends, so the preliminary examination is now fast approaching. So you might be wondering how to solve a question paper, how to solve a culture question, how to solve a history question, how to solve a geography question, how to solve if it is a tough question, what question should we leave, what question should be taken. So I thought of making a series of videos, not one video. I will solve all the question papers one by one in a very slow and steady pace, covering each area which you should concentrate, covering each area that the previous year question actually overlaps, covering areas which people might find it difficult. We will solve the question paper and aim for getting the cutoff. So this will be the aim of this series. So this series will be called as the Sisyphus series. Last year also I made this series. You can check the previous videos that we have made also. In this one by one, we will go and approach the question paper in a logical and sequential way. So let us go into the video. So we will be seeing this series of videos till preliminary examination 2025. This is a series of videos where I thought I'll solve the previous year question as to how you are solving inside the hall. So this is a set A question. So let us go into the question paper. But before going into the question paper, I want to remind you of the formula that I keep repeating in the previous videos also. I have mentioned this. How I'm going to solve here is how it can be done inside the hall. So my aim would be not to solve all the 100 questions, because all the 100 questions are going to be a difficult task. My aim would be to solve 30 easy questions, and there will be 60 logical questions. How do you solve these is what is the game in this series of videos that you are going to see, and that is what I want you to follow in your prelims examination also. And hence I want to remind you again, previous year question, newspaper and books are the, don't read materials, read the books, read the PYQ, read the newspaper, and you can refer to official thing from PIB. This is more than enough. So with this, we will go into the video and we will talk one by one as to how you have to solve. So this is the first question in 2024 A section I'm taking. Consider the following statements. So always have this habit of, see, some at times they also don't let you circle inside the hall and write, but habit like this, circling. And for example, what is the first statement? Atmosphere is heated more by, so heated more by incoming solar radiation than by terrestrial radiation. So when we mark like this, we would have very clear understanding of what the statement is saying. But sometimes students say that they don't allow you to mark. But again, you see this, I will clear this and see. Now when you look at it, it's actually a little difficult. That's why we mark in the examination hall. Who is the invigilator? You can please talk to them and explain them that this is a very important examination where copying is not possible, rather understanding is important. Now let's go to the question. Is heated more. So look at it. What the statement is saying is that the incoming solar radiation. So this is the earth which is there, the ground which is there. So from the sun, the solar radiation is coming. So this is the electromagnetic spectrum. The spectrum has all the constituent. There is visible part, there is infrared part, there is also ultraviolet. But what part gets reflected, or the maximum is infrared part. This is what gets absorbed by the greenhouse gases of CH4, CO2, and water vapor and other greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, and hence you have what is called as warming. But now come to the statement of what they are saying. They are talking about incoming radiation being high. This is actually wrong. So in this statement, so in this kind of statement, you can check it. If the statement 1 is incorrect, the statement 2 is automatically correct, and hence you can, and carbon dioxide and greenhouse gases, this is what I said, they absorb long wave radiation which is there. So this can be a question which can be taken. So look at it, count it as we go along. So I'll circle this one by one so that you can understand that these questions should have been taken. The next question: thickness of the troposphere at the equator is much greater to the poles. Now again, imagine this fact in the equator. So you will have the earth which is there, earth can be like, in the poles, the temperature is actually very less. In the equator, the temperature is actually more, and hence the troposphere is a large part here. Because, as I said, this is actually a continuation of this question. The earth gets heated up in this direction, so from below to up. So you think about it, in the polar areas, the extent, the troposphere extent will be less. But here they have given as thickness is greater at the pole compared to the pole, and they have given the reason also. So both the statements 1 and 2 are correct, and it is actually an easier question which should have been taken. Now I want to pause for a second and explain you this. Students keep thinking that the UPSC examination means you will have lots of difficult question. There is a current affairs which is there. There are so many materials which is there. You understand this question, two questions which are in the question paper and in front of you. This is actually from NCERT directly taken, or NCERT and GC Glion. If you have read these two books, and if you have analyzed the previous year question, you should be able to write this question without any problem. We waste too much of time in these materials. Understand, this materials is just a cut, copy, paste of whatever is there. It's a fancy way of making stuff up from some book which is there, which is the official thing. And UPSC market has been flooded with, see, it's like a volcano. So it's like, these materials are like a volcano. You will know, and you will not understand the seriousness of wasting the time in materials unless the volcano erupts. I think here recently also some volcano has erupted. Please check it. But what volcano? This question also is from GC Glion and NCERT. That is what I say. You please check the question paper. It gives you a direct sense of all the things are there. This is directly from GC Glion. You can check the chapter in which volcano is there. These things are given in the paragraph. You can check any which way. It is not necessary that you go to a material and capture these things. This is there in the basic books. So 3 questions. Next, I will go to this question on isotherms, and isotherm is same temperature. So basically, they are saying that which are the following areas have same temperature in the ocean and things. And again, I will repeat it. You can go check NCERT. The 2 books are there. One is the people geography, and another is the geological thing. Geology, or there is one more thing. In that there is a table, or not table. In that there is a graph. This question is from that graph. So in this period, so answer is very simple. The isotherms deviate to the north. This is true. If you see the graph, you will know that yes, it is shifting towards the north. Actually, it is because of the Gulf Stream and the North Atlantic Drift, because it takes the warm air to the poles. So in the warm air, when it takes it to the poles, you will have high temperature here. Hence, the isotherm will bend like this. So the continent will not have that much point of heating, and hence you will have high heating in the higher latitudes also. But here they have given it as, see here, it is given as cold ocean current, which is actually wrong. So this is very simple. If you take this, it will come. Now you yourself check it again once. This is an examination for the previous year question. 4 questions I have marked. So 4. Again, one more question, 5. This also I'm marking directly because the 2 largest cocoa producer. Again, go to GC Glion. Again, check the chapter on equatorial forest. You will find this there. They have given as rubber, palm oil, sorry, not palm oil, palm, palm plantation, and the cocoa. This is all there in GC Glion. Don't waste your time in any other material. So answer is actually West Africa. You will have this part which is there, equatorial forest. So you will have this as an answer. So 5 questions. So in the first 5 questions, you have seen that It's all there directly from the previous year question. This question I found it a little difficult. I will not go in the first reading, but I know that it's in, see, first it is starting from west to east. So you should know that from here to here. So they are talking about this. I know for a fact that Kosi comes in the last, so this is true. So answer should be somewhere A to B. So I will take this maybe a little later. But my aim is to clear the cutoff. My aim is not to completely go. And if you have prepared very well, you could have actually got to the answer. Inside the hall, the preparation is what matters. You can maybe eliminate the C and D, but you will ultimately have to understand the answer lies very in deep understanding. Rainfall is one of the reasons for weathering of rocks. True. It contains carbon dioxide. Yes, true. Because of this rainfall, H2O plus CO2 carbonic acid, so it makes this HCO3. And the same way you have this acid rain. There is a, see, again, I will repeat. This is a previous year question. How am I saying that it is a previous year question? There is a question on 2022 acid rain. Not only this 2022, so many times acid rain has been asked. Acid rain, in that question, SO2 and you have NO2. So you will have, H2O. You please check it. H2O plus SO2, H2SO4, sulfuric acid, and HNO3. Nitric acid. These are all acids. So once you have acid in the rainfall, you will automatically weather. So that is you will remove the particles from the place where you are falling. This has been a question asked multiple times in the previous year question. If we had concentrated a little, you would know that the answer is yes, true. This was a little difficult, so I'll mark this as, so please make a count of this. We will slowly solve one by one. I do not see, this question is a little difficult for me. Why it is difficult means, see, before going into the prelims hall, you should check all these geography related maps. Now I am solving with understanding. But before going into the prelims hall, I will look into all these details, these areas. But this I know. Finland, see, Norway, Sweden, Denmark, and Finland, then Russia. This is how the thing will be. But North Sea, Norway, yes, Norway can be there. Sweden, but Finland, I'm not sure. But again, whether three, three or two. So not all four. So again, A or C, B or C, something like I come to a conclusion later. This was a little tough for me. I should have again, as I say, if I had gone through the what is that map, I would be able to answer it better. But I'm going to leave this question. See, as I have this leverage. 30 questions, I have to take easier question. 60 question, 10 questions will be a tough question. I can even go to an extent of leaving 15 questions in order for me to clear the cutoff. The cutoff is actually 44 last time. For that, I have to take, that is 44 net, 44 into 2. So you see that I can leave 15 questions without any problem. Now, again, this question is a very easy question. So not an easy question, it may appear as easy, but this is from GC Glion. You can go check the map. So one question, understand this. We go for so many prediction, but look at it. One question from the chapter on mountain. Okay, one question from the chapter on mountain. One question, several chapters. See, in the GC Glion, weathering chapter has this. First 4-5 chapters, they have asked all the 20 questions. This chapter is there in NCRT. So the isotherm is in there in NCRT. This is there in the next chapter of mountain building of volcanoes. So you should be worrying about not finishing GC Glion. So if you are a person not having this GC Glion, go get it. It's a very simple small book and it's very useful as well. So Central Asia, Oj. See, Oj mountain is in Europe. This I know, so this is wrong. Europe Alps. Alps actually is a fold mountain. Because of the European plate, hitting the African plate. Sorry, the African plate and European plate clashing together, you start building like So the Himalayas, which is formed, Himalayas is formed because of the European plate and the Indian plate. Similarly, you have Alps formed because of the European and African plate. So this block mountain is wrong. This is true. Andes is true again. So Southwest America going towards the Pacific. So it will be there. So this is actually because of the first, first Pangea which occurred during the Carboniferous period. You will have, you can check the the first Pangea, or so not the first Pangea. So during the time of Pangea, 300 odd million. See approximation. So the continents were grouped together. The Gondwana and the Laurentia was, like this. So you had them together. So when they were together like this, you had, for example, a point of attachment in this place is where this fold mountain was formed. It's you don't have to know this, but genuinely, how I am arrived to the conclusion that both are true. This is the answer for that. So that is a point. So this so this answer I know a little bit. So I'm going to circle it for myself. So please check it. And this one, I am not sure. This is kind of a thing which happened recently. Greenfield. So, but what I have to analyze is what is greenfield, what is brownfield. So please check what these two things are. Again, so look at it again. NCRT again. GC Gliam. First 10, 12 questions. All it is a gas amount of which decrease with altitude. Percentage is maximum at the poles. No, actually it is minimum at the poles. So one is correct. This is a question which I can take. This is some question which actually may appear a little easy, but it is a very something which you should daily average range of temperature is low. This happens in equatorial climate also throughout the year. This happens in equatorial climate also, but 50 to 6 to 250 centimeter. Whether this happens, this is the question mark which you should check. This does not happen. See, there is high rainfall, yes, but 50 centimeter is no rainfall. China type of climate, you see this precipitation throughout the year. Actually, China type of climate, you have summer, so it's like you will have summer maximum, and the winter you will have snowfall will be there. Not snowfall, okay, winter will be offshore. It's actually in the Laurentia that the snowfall is there. This is during the summer it is onshore. During the winter it is actually offshore. So you will have no rainfall during the time of winter. So this is not true. This is not true. Humid subtropical climate. Whether we have this kind of a rainfall is a question mark. So I will go for marine climate. So that is the answer for this. Next to Coriolis force. This is an again NCRT. See how many times they have repeated it. It increases, but this is something which was actually tough for me. This I know it is maximum at the poles, absent at the equator. This is correct, but I am not sure about this. In NCRT, it is given as latitude. With latitude, it increases or decreases, but they are giving us wind velocity. I will keep this aside. But this is again a previous year question. Again, how many easy questions are there? Look at it. The cutoff will be around 44 when the cutoff gets released for 2024. You can check it. This examination requires you to understand basic things. June 21, you check it. June 21, you will have the thing which is here. So June 21, you will have them sun at Tropic of Cancer. So the sun is here, and you will have high amount of sunlight for in the Tropic of Cancer and Arctic Circle. So you will have 2 and 4. This is also one question which can be this tropical peatland. See, it may seem as Amazon basin. The answer is Congo basin. But Amazon, see, this was because in UNFCCC, they made in 2023, in December, they made some, because the peatland is being destroyed because of so many things happening there in Congo. Even today, M23 rebels, they have taken over a place called as Goma. These kinds of activities and other things are destroying this. That's why this was in news. But it's a tough question. Or okay, so so somebody could have taken Amazon basin or something. So I'm not going to take that as a question which I would take it in the easier part. Again, you see this perfluoroalkyl substances and things. This is something okay. Whether it is used in the whether it is used in the water, food packaging material, okay. Not easily degraded. Perfluoro. See, fluoro. It's kind of chlorofluorocarbon like something, right? So see, I do not know whether the chemical reactions and all, but it is something similar to sounding. So obviously it cannot be degraded that much. That is true. If it is not degraded, it is bioaccumulating. There is a chain, you will have this pyramid. You will have, once this pyramid is there, the bioaccumulation or increase as you go to the food chain above, there will be higher bioaccumulation. This is true. 2 and 3 is true, and 1, 2, 3 is there. So I will go for 1, 2, 3. Actually, this can also be taken as an easier question. This was a tough question. This talks about the invertebrates which is there. I do not know the answer for this question. Parasitoids. They are talking about parasites. What are all the parasites which are there? Parasites means one organism negative, one organism positive. But I'm not sure about this answer. Again, this is a leguminous family. Many times this is called as இது வந்து அந்த குதிரவாலியா, so something like in Tamil they say. This is true. This is also true. All three is true. This question can, okay, I will maybe keep this question apart. And Wildlife Protection Act, this is a repeated question, previous year question. The answer for this I'm not sure, because a few days or last year I saw that they had removed this category itself, but they have given this question. I do not know if this is true. See, this is wrong. Feeds on the blood of other animals is, I think, wrong. But vermin, they removed it. But okay, so we'll have this. So next question is the cicada, frog hopper, pond skater. This kind of a question has become kind of an important in UPSC. Here, I have this kind of frog hopper, even this pond skater, cicada. I had that, narrowed it down to this concept of whether it will be, see, it can be insect or cicada. I thought, fish, somewhat I thought, but frog hopper. So that's how I tried to make this as an answer. But I'm not in the previous video. I have explained you. My job is to know what is the 30 question that I have to go, 60 questions which are logical. And this part is what I'm concentrating. 10 questions which are tough need not be, worried, or you should not be worried about that. But this question is not easy question. This question comes here in the 60 question. So I'm not going to circle this. Previous video, please check it. I have made this point of understanding this 30 question in an UPSC question paper PYQ as a basis of clearing this exam. Now see here, this question statement 1, 2. Many chewing gums found in the market are considered as environmental pollution. This is somewhat true. Many chewing gums contain, yes, plastic as gum. This was an issue when I was growing up. They used to contain, or we were not allowed to, we were not allowed to eat chewing gum, because purposefully they had this, bubble gum or a plastic. It was a plastic thing. So I'm going to go for A. So this is something that you should have taken. We will see how many we are able to take in this chunk of 20 question. Last chunk of 20 question, I had 11 question. Again, go check that. I'll maybe share the video as well. Here in this question seems a little difficult for me. I know this. Bonobos are in Congo. Okay, Congo or in the Central Africa. This I know. Bonobo or chimpanzee. Actually, bonobos are an it's not an they have evolved into a distinct. They have no we chimpanzee, bonobo, and all are kind of evolved from a common ancestor, and hence we are all kind of a cousin. But I know this place, but I do not know the answer for this. Hence I'm not going to consider this. I'm going to stop here and say that when questions like 1 only, 2 only, or only 2, 3 only, This is something that you should actually consider in the question paper. If you are sure, you go for it. Otherwise, we have this ample space of 10 questions where we can place them. But we will see. But how you are going to place, what questions you are going to place, it should be in after the final completion of one round of question solving. Now see the next question. World Toilet Organization, which of the following is correct? It is agency. It is one of the agency of the United Nations. World Toilet Summit, World Toilet Day, World Toilet College, or initiatives of this organization. Okay. So the main focus of its function is to grant funds to least developed countries, developing countries, to achieve end. See, this point I have a problem. One point is I do not know the answer for this question. No, how would I, in the hall think about? That's what my aim is. I'm not here to, talk about only the answers. Rather, I'm here to talk about what kind of a thing that goes in my mind when I solve a question paper. See, in the hall, this point would actually strike me as, if you are funding, there would be a funding organization. UNFCCC also has this World Bank as a funding. It has this Green Climate Fund and many other things. Funding is not an easy see, World Summit, anybody who has followed in newspaper will understand. This grant of funds is not something that all these organizations do that easily. But UN organization have this funding pattern, so you may see, this is where I actually got this point. So if I remove 3, look at this. So 2 automatically becomes correct. So they are a society, or they are an organization for working for our initiatives of this organization to inspire action to tackle the global sanitation crisis. With this inspire action, and this is actually totally in opposite. This also can come across your mind when you're in the hall, because it is the game between 3 statements. It is not like whether this organization is a game in the hall. So when I give an inspiring, see, if it is an inspiring action, so this is the methodology you can take it. But again, so I was cautious of this. But one and two, and two, this I am not sure. One of the agencies, this I should have, before going into the examination hall, I should check all the UN organizations. See, UN based organization questions are definitely one in UPSC. So now I started this video. You should analyze and then do it. But what my purpose is to go and make you understand how things work in the hall. Now come to this question, so I'm going to leave this question. I'm saying with this also we can work out the equation which is there. Even if you don't revise also, you can actually tackle these questions. This question, lions do not have a particular breeding season. This is actually a problematic thing. Unlike most other okay, unlike male lions, male leopards do not proclaim. See, cat family, any cat family will proclaim their, see, any dogs, anything has this habit of making their scent as a marking territory. This is not true. Now see here, this is, if this is not true, this is very, very true. It's a very easy question. This is very common sense. Once you remove this, you will get the answer as these two. Now lions do not, so 1 and 2 is the answer. So you can check the answer yourself. Lions do not have a breeding season. Now coming back to this question on 100 million farmers, it is a platform for this. I am not sure as well. I do not know the answer, or I have not seen what is this 100 billion farmers. It is a farm platform for accelerating the transition towards food and water system that are net zero. It is an international alliance network of individuals and farming interests supporting this actually. So when I read a question like this, these are things which comes to my mind. It is talking about farmers. Here it is talking about organic animal husbandry. So whether this can be there, I should be cautious about it. So I will have a question mark here. So it is a digital platform fully integrated with service providers and built on blockchain that let buyers, sellers, and third parties trade fertilizers quickly and securely. 100 million farmers. Okay, so trading fertilizers. Uh, See, it's something related to farming. Okay, 100 million farmers when they are there, you can. So it cannot be only fertilizers. You can trade many others. You can trade the other products as well. If you get 100 million people in one platform, it is a platform with the mission of encouraging the farmers to form farmer produce organization agribusiness, thus facilitating the access to global open market to sell their products. I was actually thinking about something like on this, but 100 million farmers. So I thought like Facebook or something, but answer. So I am not going to attend this. So I do not know the answer, but answer they have given it as this. So, but this question I will keep it in my mind, but I don't attend it. But now come to this question on 27th question. You can check the question as well. It's a simplest question. Distributed energy resources. These are questions that I have to take. Distributed key. See, this is actually a keyword based question. You should not worry too much into these things. What is the word given? Distributed energy resources. That is energy that you obtain through distributed methods. Fuel cell, you can do that. Battery storage, you can. That is rooftop. Anything not connected to the grid and it is separate. So something like this. If this is the grid, you have a separate solar thing that you can get integrated. I was not sure about biomass generators, but see, if you have come to 2 and 3, so 3 and 4, I would obviously go for 4. So this is the answer for this. This question should have been taken. Which one of the following unique relationship? See, this question, this question is not like, you can figure out something like with an trick or something like that. This I had read it. Okay, so I had read it in a book. Figs have this concept of having an insect for pollination, and they have a specific insect. But you should also know that it is a people tree. So you will have this both gaya. So you will have this tree there. You should also know that this is the state tree of Bihar, and you should have read it, and hence you can. So I will. Okay, I am not going to, because this is something. This is an eccentric information I got from some certain book. You also would get questions like this, but I'm not going to calculate this in my calculation of things which I can take for in this 30-60-10 equation. Here, which of the poisonous? Yes, this is true. All of this is true. Frogs, you might have seen. I think I have seen a movie called as Apocalypto. In that I have seen the use in South America. They use it as a weapon for hurting the next person. Fish also I have seen. Butterflies I was not sure, but nature has this concept. So not none, all three. Here, next question. So this question is something that you should have taken. This question on cashew. This is a previous year question. Red Sanders based question was asked previously. Please check which year. But this I know. Yes, native to India. These two I do not know. These two I do not know. Again, please check it. When a question like this comes and they have given one only, two only, you can wait out and see if you can leave this question. So now, again, here it is thermoelectric. These are all words that you should capture, and it is fission reaction. See, thermoelectric, kind of, thermal. It's radioactive. See, this is what came to my mind, and then I got this as an answer. Answer is B only. Whether this can be taken as an easy question, or it can be taken as a question on 60 questions. The logical pattern is true. So I will take this question as well. Here, giant stars live much longer than dwarf stars. See, dwarf stars are the stars which are the last stage. After this, there is no stage, so if the dwarf star is a less weight, means it will form into kind of a core thing. If it is a more weight, means they actually converted into converted into this black hole, actually. So what you should know is that see, this kind of is a statement which may not be true compared to dwarf star giants, greater rate of this is true. As I told you, dwarf stars means last stage. That is, all the fuel is exhausted, and hence they are there. So this is true. So you can think about 32 as you can 32. One is no, two is correct. So, but statement two is correct. One is wrong. Statement two is correct. You can take this question in your this maybe okay. This also is a little tough. This for me, I do not know. Okay, so nitric oxide, nitrous oxide, nitrogen dioxide, nitrous oxide. These two may not come. But this question again is a questionable thing that whether I should attend or not. I will keep this aside. But this question is a tricky question. This is true. Radar, you can track animals, you can track weather, you can track anything, monitoring this. But this I was not sure. If I had to go, I might have gone for two, but answer is three. Do not worry about these things, because the logic is this only: 30 questions I have to capture, which are very, very good for me in terms of clearing. 10 questions I should leave. As I said, I have been talking about that also in the question. In this 60 question, if I get 40 question correct, 20 question wrong itself, I will consider myself as lucky, because I have this 30 here. So you see this 70 minus 7 or 6, 8, something like that. You keep it till I will have a very good score. This is the score that I am aiming for. So this question, fifth fight, see, China and USA are into it, but none other country are there. So this is none, but it's a tough question only. No current thing which came in the newspaper. Even now, aero thing is going on. You can check. This hydrogel was again in the news. Hydrogel was in the news for created by this IIT. What I studied was controlled delivery of drugs. Kind of a nano drug. This is what I will go. Okay, so I will go here. But some keys I saw that they gave this, but UPSC has not given the key yet. So I will consider this. Okay, I will wait and watch. But this is what hydrogel I studied in this paper. Now this is again an electric fuel cell powered by hydrogen. The meaning of this is that, so here they will have this hydrogen, the cell will be here. What happens is that they will be passed into this, and there will be an electrolyte here. This electrolyte, what it does is that it will have this point of disintegration of H into H plus and an electron. Electron, when it reaches here, joins with oxygen, and again this H plus goes here. Okay, H plus goes here, electrons joins here, so it becomes H plus O2 H2O. So that comes out as water vapor. H2O is water vapor. This is something that I studied, because last time there was a question on hydrogen cell. Not last time, last 3 times this question has come. So I studied the mechanism which is there. Anode, cathode, you don't have to go anywhere. Understand the meaning, because we are not giving 12th standard examination to write clearly about anode and cathode. But answer is this is the simplest question. Pump powered. So actually this also, pumped storage hydropower, is actually and approximately discussed in the context of, so something they are pumping, long duration energy storage, rainwater harvesting system, lift irrigation for cereal, irrigation of terraced crop fields. So this is something I no, I do not know. So I'm not sure about this. So I will wait and watch. Membrane bioreactors are often discussed in the context of assisted reproductive technologies, drug delivery nanotechnology, vaccine production technology, wastewater technology. This also I am not sure. So see, again I will repeat, Our job is not to know all the 100 questions in the hall. It's not possible. I will go for questions like this. It's basically money market. So this can be a question that you should have taken. Total fertility rate in an economy is defined as number of, see, this is very simple. Total fertility rate, how many average number of live birth at the end of by the end of, that is 15 to 45 is the year that we have. It's very, very straightforward. There is no twist in this question. This question should have been attempted like easily. Next, then the point is that in India, non-banking finance, NBFCs, it is talking about NBFCs. So I'll wait for this. In India, foreign institutions, yes, this is true. FIAs are in news, and in stock markets they can include. I mean, they can go for this equity and debt market. Both they can go, and hence this is correct. In India, this also is true. So 2 and 3 is true. So somewhere here, but this point is for banks. Okay, this point RBI lends for banks because banks are NBFC is also under RBI, but banks collect this credit from, sorry, you get this deposits from the people, and hence RBI has to have, if any constraint in finance is happening overnight, RBI has to go, and hence this question is there. This question is also a very easy question if you have analyzed the previous question. Next, corporate bonds and government securities. Which of the following can trade? This can trade, this can trade, this can trade. I hope you have seen the news. Stock market is down. It is around to so stock market in this index Nifty and all, they will say it is very, very low. It is because FII, foreign institutional investors that we saw here, correct? These people are now selling. They are going out of India because of this trade war. And Indian DIA, they are saying domestic institutional investors and domestic companies like retail investors, everyone are holding this market correctly, government securities and anything. So you can basically I'm saying, you read newspaper, you will understand this. You don't have to have any complex things as a book. And for economics is understanding by reading newspaper. So you should know that this question is an easy question. So this is true. Again, consider which of the following is a financial instrument. Financial instrument. So nowadays ETF, you have this concept of ETF. You can see many pharma companies. So many pharma companies are now at a rate of very much over some 4,000, 3,000. Many things are there. You cannot buy these stocks, and hence what they do is that they have this index, or they will have one exchange traded fund that will be there. They will hold all these things and give it as a divided stocks. But the point is that it's a financial instrument. It's not something that currency swap is also financial. This is not a financial instrument. So what you should know is that, see, look at it. This is 1, 2, 3, and 3. 1 and 3 are swapped. So this is the answer for this question. This is again a very simple question. Again, I will repeat. Our aim is to get this point. You check the previous videos. We have last 20, or so this time this is the third part of the 20. This, look at how this 20 performs. This 20 was a little difficult. This 20 we got 11. Students should not worry inside the hall. You can get a series of questions like this which may be difficult. See, one section may be difficult for one, the others may face a difficulty in other section. But look at the section now, third section we are. See, look at it. Weaving of cloth, whether it is a primary or a tertiary, which is correctly matched. Mineral exploration is not tertiary. This is not true. Tertiary is the software and and other things which is knowledge based. You will have to understand that this cannot be there. So this is not true. Storage of, so dairy farm primary. Okay, dairy farm primary. Weaving cloth secondary. Okay. Storage of agriculture produce secondary. This one I got a, see, I am able to say third is correct, but other two things are confusing me. Whether inside the hall I will be able to make sense of this, it's a very difficult thing. So maybe I have come to this conclusion. See, all four is not true. Okay, all four cannot be true. Mark like this. Okay, if don't strike it off. Somebody, I've seen people striking things off because it will be a little difficult. So mark like this that it is not going to come. But this is again a question which I am a little not sure. Again, sustainable aviation fuel. Anybody who has seen the biofuel policy, you would understand that these things are there in that 1 2 3 4. It's a very straightforward question. You will have to know what is this biofuel policy. You please check it today. It's a very important concept. So I knew all these things because it is all mentioned in that. So I will take this question as well. Now this is something that you can have, working capital. Computer is a fixed capital. Yarn used by the weaver, it's not a fixed capital. It's like, you are using it as an intermediary for some other product. It's not a fixed, it's an inventory. This is kind of an working thing. You will farmers, it's not a working capital. So this is not true, this is not true. Petrol, yes. So you have what is called as only two. So this question should also have been taken, and this is a very straightforward question. Anyone who says that this question cannot be answered should be thinking about seriously, thinking about how do you seriously think about whether we are reading newspaper enough, or it's a direct question. I have seen questions like this in 2017. I think this question on, I think blockchain was there, direct question was there, blockchain. And one more question like this, they ask one question. These should be taken. You can mark this as a very important question that should be taken. So what are the rules imposed by RBA? There is no minimum requirement. This cannot be true. If you are a bank and you are regulated by RBA, whatever you are, you should have a minimum capital. Only this one was in the news, but I do not know. So answer is this one, but I do not. At least 50%. I am not sure. It was made as an amendment. I think 2022 or 23 they amended this, but I am not sure. So I'm not going to take it as an answer for consideration in the 30 60 10 formula. Again, you see this here, CSR. It's a very, do not specify minimum spending. No, they have this kind of a stipulated target of 2% of the last 3 years of profit, and you will have to see here also CSR specify. This is there. You should, because sometimes the company can use this money to promote themselves, right? So this mandatory provision is there. So I'm going to go for this. This is an easy question, GS4. I prepared this question, so I'm going to go and write this as an answer. Next question is this question. US government debt is not backed by, this is true, but only by the faith of the government. This is true. If the United States were to default on its debt, holders of US Treasury bonds will not be able to exercise their claims to receive payment. This is a dicey statement, because Treasury bonds can be with different countries. You can default, but you will have to pay somehow. So China, India, people will have to, you have to pay. And one more thing, they have this concept of printing money. They are the hardback currency that all the countries are there. That is, all our currency will be backed by US government. So they don't have to. So if they default on debt, they'll just print money and they'll give. So 51, this is a light, um, it may seem like A, but I'm not going to use it as an easy question, but it may seem like an A, but actually the answer is D. Oh, sorry. One statement, two is correct. So you should be cautious in the hall as to what you are taking as an answer. Syndicated lending group of people lending. Don't go for the technical term and all. Syndicated group of people, syndicate. So you will have this. Okay, they can default because they are, this is the point. See, they are multiple lenders are there. The loan can be fixed amount, but cannot be. How can it not be a credit line? It can be, right? So no, you are lending. Whichever way you find correct, you will do. So one is correct, but statement 2 is not correct, so you will get C. This is a very easy question you should have taken. This was digital currency rupee in news, so sovereign issued. This is true. It appears as a lie. This is also true. It's like a currency. Whatever you are facing for currency, you will face it for this also. Insured. This is not true. As I told you, it is the same as a currency. So how currency is not kind of you have methodologies to fight inflation, but you don't have some kind of insurance for it, so 3 you remove it. 3 if you remove, this one you remove, and 1 2 4. So this is an this also can be taken, should be taken. This was a kind of a tough question, but Sakya Muni, I know. This is Jaina. Okay, this is Jaina. How Buddha is called as Sakya Muni, Jaina is called as Nayapattu. It is kind of a tough question. I'm not going to take, but if I had gone inside the hall, maybe see, look at it. One is wrong. You will have to take this. So this could have come, but I'm not going to take it as an easy question. Next question is, this was also a previous year. Inam, this one I know. This is a Chalcolithic site. It's true. That center in the Narmada, this is there. And here comes this point of 2, 2, 3. Chandra Kedurga, okay, trading port town. This is kind of, I know this. So I will be, between A and B. I'm not sure about this question. I'll wait. This story I know. This is what I say. History is very, very important. Once you know that, you will understand that all these things are important. This person, Vasco da Gama comes, and you will have 2 kingdoms. You will have the Vijayanagara kingdom here. You will have the Bahmanis here. So you will have Bahmanis getting support from Europe, or you will have this Arab traders. And Bahmani kings used to have people, so many people, and one of the Bahman, so Bahman kingdom, they used to have this person from Arab nation. Vijayanagara did not have this because all sea route, so they could not get any weaponry and things, and hence Portuguese coming here, they used this chance to give them some concession to help people from attacking. Prevent this Bahmani from attacking. Answer is this. But this is where, so there was a question, I think in this same question paper, cashew, you had papaya, and you had what is called as red sandus. Okay, this movement of Portuguese is what brought this cashew, what brought tobacco, what brought these crops, chili, potato, all these things from for Europe was brought in this time. So this is the answer for this. As I told you, this is something that I have prepared. Each of you can have your own strength, and you can go. So for example, revenue collection by Cornwallis. Actually, Cornwallis, consider the following. See, this one is true. Okay, this one 57 is true. Under the Rayatwari system, the peasants were exempted from revenue payment. How should I interpret? I do not know. Rayatwari system, yes, they had this point, but not the Cornwallis. Sorry, Cornwallis was not the person. I do not know how do you interpret. You can go for 2. But Rayatwari had this provision, is what I thought, but I'm not going to include it in easier. This is an easier question. This is, yes, there are no parables in Upanishad, no. This is true. Puranas came a little later, even after 100 BC. Upanishad was 700 and 500 BC. So this is greater than this. This is true. No parables means in our NCRT there is a parable of Aja the Shatru. So Aja the Shatrus, the commander of Aja the Shatru meeting what is that, meeting Buddha, like this. Okay, this is not in Upanishad, but anyway, so I wanted to say, next to this incident, I remembered that there is an incident of maybe this is an incident that I read in NCRT. See, 6th standard or 7th standard NCRT, I read it. There is a Upanishad has this concept. Upanishad has this concept that there is a Brahman. not the caste, but Brahman means universal soul. Universal soul, and we are all mere reflections of it. So you will be person one, person two, person three, but you are all just mere reflection of the universal soul. So what happens is that at one point a beggar comes, and he is like, sees two monks who are there, and he asks for food to the monks. Monks said that they will not give you. But again, the beggar asked the monk, what do you follow? They say that they follow universal soul Upanishad. So the beggar says that if you are following Upanishad, how are you able to, not give food to me, because I am a reflection of the God. So they give this guy the food and they leave. So there is no parables, kind of the story like things is not true. It's there in NCERT. You need not worry about any other thing. This is a very easy question which should be taken. You can check it. India as a member, this is true, but you cannot force food production and this. But I'm not going to use it as an easy question, so I'm going to keep it. The answer is A. So you cannot ask somebody to be exporting just because they are a member. No. This one was a little tough. So this was in news. So maybe I will not leave. I should have prepared the newspaper things. This was added. Newspaper and PIB. I will again reflect. 61 question is that who was the provisional president of the Constituent Assembly before Dr. Rajendra Prasad? And as I told you, I'm going to solve as I would have solved in an examination hall. So Ambedkar is not, Dr. Ambedkar is not, definitely not true. I was thinking about Rajagopalachari. The answer is here. This question, maybe it would have been a tricky question. See, it's a factual question. It's not like, you remember and things you can answer. You can see, I'm not going to take this in this easy question that I have been taking for solving these question paper into 2020. So now you see this act of 1935. It provided for the establishment of Indian Federation. See, it provided for, but it did not happen. But again, so it's provided. It's true. Defense and foreign affairs were kept under the control of legislature. You imagine yourself there. So they will have it to Governor General or Viceroy. So this is the point they will have. They will not give it to the legislature. That was their action. Slowly, when you watch, you will answer this. So this is an easy question. This question should have been taken. This is one. These are the questions that I am focusing on. This is playwright Basa. This is a very see. I do not know the answer for this Basa, but you can know Panini. You will know that Panini, around this 500 BC or 500 to 400 BC, he wrote this Ashtadhyayi, or the language of Sanskrit. In that period is where this Basa playwright comes, but I have no clue of what this is. So I'm going to leave this question. You saw that I have in this formula. You can check the previous videos also. My aim is not to know 100 questions. My aim is to go in this formula. I will approach the question which can be approached, leave the question which is not essential for me. So I'm going to leave this question. Again, one more Sangha Bhuti. So the answer is C, but I do not know. I have no clue of this. Basa, I know. Okay, Basa, I know. Panini, I know. They had asked some question related to chronology. Maybe I can or I should. Indian Buddhist monk who traveled to China. Okay, at the end of 4th century AD was the author of. Again, this I have no clue. Again, I will leave this. In UPSC, understand this. Not only the question that is easy, you have to put. You have to also know which are the 10 questions to leave. This is the most essential part. Students miss. They think that we can apply some tricks or something to get all these questions. No, your logic is to go for questions which can be attended. So 65 question, you please check it. Here many of them missed this last line. 23 there. Which of the following is included in 23? This was an earlier version. This was also an earlier version. The 23 version was the next two. So answer is 2. So if see, but I am not going to take this as a question which is easy. UNESCO related question, I think from 2021. So already Dolavira is there. I do not know 2021, but Dolavira is there. Then there is Saint Xavier's question is there, and there is also so many other UNESCO question which should have mandated for you to look at this issue which came recently. Please look at these examinations through the lens of a civil servant. Don't look at it through an aspirant. Look at it in the eyes of a civil servant. You will know that these lists are all very significant developments which are happening every day. So I will not see. As I told you, I do not want to consider this in this 30, 60, 10 formula as the easiest question. I have found two difficult questions which I have shown you. This is something you can take, 368. This is the question which I am talking about. Work on these questions more. I see what more meaning, not like entirety. I'm saying worry about making a mistake in this question. If you are worrying about making a mistake in a question like Basa or Sangabhuti, it's not going to have any change in the way that you perform in an exam. Worry about these things, strengthen these things. This question is an easy thing that I can get. Next, this also is direct question. See, Nigeria is not possible. Age declining, no. Nigeria, how is it possible? So I will remove this. So this is out. This is out. So the rest of the 2 and 4 is definitely true. So I have to see if 1 is true. Yes, it is true. These are the methods. See, these are the things which will speed up your process in the hall. One which I have very sure understanding was Nigeria. Definitely no, it is actually increasing population. The pyramid is like this. So I will start from here and remove this, and automatically 2 and 4 becomes easier. Sorry, not easier, correct. In the equation, 2 and 4 is definitely correct. So I will pick. So now 1 is where I will go, and the answers. See, this question is definitely something that I would pick as an exam, civil services aspirant, and I'll try to make sense with it. 68th question, please check it. 68th question. Amendments, okay. Money bill shall not be introduced in the Council of State. This is correct. The Rajya Sabha can either approve. This is also, but cannot reject. It is true. If they and the point is that Lok Sabha need not accept what the Rajya Sabha has said. The amendments to the money bill have to see. Look at this. Have to be. No, it need not be. They can accept it or they cannot accept it. If they don't accept it also, it would have been deemed to have been passed in the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha both. So 2 and 3 is definitely correct. But here two option is there. So I have to know Article 109 mentions special procedure. This procedure is mentioned in Article 109. This is the article. Many have gone for B. This is where I keep on saying this fact that polity is your key through which you will clear civil services examination. Previous year question is what clears this examination. We spend too much of in economics. There is something called as the value for time. So you will have time. How much time you put? Maybe 10 hours you put. So how much you are getting? Same 10 hours you put in current affairs, how much you are getting? I'm not saying current affairs is bad. I'm just saying economics. This is plain economics. If you had gone to this question, you would have gotten this question correctly. Think about where you are investing your time, and you will appear. And this question, see, people may have an idea, but I do not have an idea for this question. See, this question I'm going to take because this question is easier question. That is, money bill shall not be. See, this is in Article 109 that we should know. This one I do not know. I'm going to leave. I do not know the answer for this question. Actually, I was also not sure of this question. I am not going to take the entirety. Northeast. So Northeast Council was established by subsequent of the council comprises. So governor, yes, Northeast Council, governor, chief minister, definitely. So 2 is definitely there. three members nominated by the president. So these I had this doubt, So you can have, so you think about it, one to four. You don't have one to four. I was thinking about. See, this is a question that I should have prepared. So before examination hall, these are questions that you should prepare, and in the examination hall, these will all come under the 60 category that I say, not the 30 category. 10 category, this will come. But these are all questions 60. This is what is preparation. This is what is strengthening that I keep on saying. See, how many times that you study, you will not be able to answer unless you revise. So revision of all these portions is very, very essential. So, and this one is a direct question, 71. You can take this question, delimitation commission, already how many laws. This is a very important, this was a very important thing. And this is also an, uh, kind of a question that you should have known. So this is not true though. So this is the, see, these are the questions that you should have worried. See, I have said this repeatedly. Dhoni, the statement that he says, worry about things that are under your control. You should know that you cannot worry about what question that they are going to ask, and things, but you can worry about polity. That's what will clear you this exam. So look at two questions I have got. Again, this is not something, this I know. Okay. Rajagopalachari, I know that it's Swatantra party, not socialist party. But Jagjeevan Ram, so this, see, Jagjeevan Ram as a, uh, as a leader I know, but I do not know the party name exactly. I do not know, so I am not sure. But I know Bharatiya Janasangh I know, and this is wrong. So I will make myself put this question into the 60 category, and I'm not going to touch that now. But again, this one, powers of, it is true. Municipalities are driven in the constitution, A of the constitution. Emergency provisions, this is the 352 article, 356, 360, yes, it is there. And this is 380 article, yes, it is there. Yes, it is present in this position. So this is true. uh, these are all factual things. Okay, so I think this time this 2024 paper contains polity in a very factual way. So 109 article, they are asking about the part, they are asking about the language which is there, included in this. There is a, three, four amendments have been made. So they are, 1992, 2003, some amendment is there. This is where this Maithili was included. So look at how they are asking questions, and accordingly go. And again, this is one simplest of question. Interstate trade and commerce is a state subject. How can it be a state subject? Interstate migration can be a state subject? No. When it is interstate, it is union. This is basic stuff. And this question and all should have been taken. Again, see, look at it, 7600. This is how many times? 2019. These are all direct questions. See, I am having problems in difficult questions. Okay, Basa question, I have next to Sanbhuti, I have a problem. It's okay. But the other questions are all direct. Then chief of defense staff. This should have been, in the 60 question mark that I say. This is not an easy question, but look at the answer for this question very closely. Permanent chair, okay. Chief of permanent chairman of chief of, okay. Exercise military control, command over the three chiefs. Principal military advisor to the defense minister. This is true. This was a technical thing, not technical. You should have thought. They won't give command over the. It is for coordination. Okay, the purpose of CDS was coordination. But inside the hall, there is a high chance that you have missed this question. But as I told you, I am not going to put this question in the easy category. I'm going to put this in the 60 category of a thinking logical way. This was something that you should have held on. Don't mark everything as 1, 2, 3. Go and check what the statement says. This statement, is kind of correct. The statement, command over three chiefs. It's a very this is a wordplay which so this logic you can apply in the hall. I do not know the answer for this. Operation undertaken by the army towards the upliftment of local population in remote areas to include addressing of their basic needs. Okay, Operation Sankalp. So see, mother this helping. So I Sadbhavana is also kind of helping, or an I don't see. I have a little bit of understanding of Hindi. So in this, these two things are possible. This is where I will narrow it down. But answer you can check and see. But I am not going to include this in an easy question. These kind of question will also be there in the hall. Use the logic to arrive at a conclusion. The longest border between any two countries is between this was a difficult question whether this is there. See, whether these two are. How do I decide? In the hall, it will come in the 60 question mark. And I have to make an answer for these kinds of questions. This is a direct question. This was because of the Mahua Maitra incident which happened, and she was removed from the parliament. This was before the parliament, before the present parliament, it was happening. So initially, it was an ad hoc committee. This committee cannot take up any matter of which is sub judice. And I will tell you this. Here, the logic should be either two or a three. In this, two statements are mandatorily true or three statements are mandatorily true. That means that one statement can be false. In this, what I feel is here, the member of can complain. This is not true. The complaint that came against her also had many other things, and many other complaints against ethical aspects against members have been done in the ethical committee also. But I am not going to include this in this easier question. It's a logical question. Nari Shakti Vandan Abhiyan. It will come into effect from the 18th Lok Sabha. No. They have said this specifically that you need the census which is there. Only after the census and the notification by the president it can come. This was a direct question. This should have been taken. If you have one point that you have noted, I need not see it will come into a force 15 years after becoming. This will be in force. Sorry, this will be in force. This one point, this one logic from the newspaper. This is why newspaper reading becomes so important. Understand, current affairs is not like directly they will ask. If you read newspaper, you would have seen the discussions in the in the editorial about the census, and how they have made this only implementable after that. So that was a problem in so many articles. This is why I asked you to read newspaper. Students ask me how if I forget, so they keep asking me, I will forget. You think about it. For questions like this, you need the understanding, not the content. Nobody can remember everything, but forgetting is not a matter here. Understanding is the matter. Can you check this point? You please check it. This is something that you should have taken. For questions like this, I do not know mission mitra shakti. You could use the PIB which is there, and the newspaper which is there regularly comes. For this, I don't have the answer, so I'm going to leave this question. Okay, so I have the leverage of leaving 10 questions that I have mentioned in the first thing itself. These questions I can take. Look at this writ of prohibition issued by the Supreme Court or High Court. They have said it too. Okay, Supreme Court, the High Court. Actually, writ of prohibition is also to a lower court. This one point, if you have seen in this government officer, parliament, government prohibition, in this lower court is mentioned here only. So answer is this. That's why I have mentioned it as an easier question. They have not even messed with the other options. You have lower court in only one option, which should have been taken. That's the answer for this. So look at these questions and work on this. It is declared. So if some tribal community is declared in a state, need not be. This is true. Anyone with an anthropology or a sociology background, you should know this is not. This is definitely true. This is not true. This is the president. This is the simplest of questions. I keep repeating, these are the questions I should be worried about for making mistake. So this is the answer for this. So this question should be taken with reference to the union budget. Okay, the union minister. No, this is not the union minister. This is the president. Okay, this is the president that is responsible. Union level, no grant for can be except. Yes, this is an easy. See, look at it. In one page, 3 questions I got. This also is a direct question. This is CDS question. This was why Bharat matters. This was in news as well. Okay, but I am not going to use, this is a factual question, so I am not going to use it in the easier category. But what I am trying to say is that in this page itself, 3 questions I got it very easily. Now you see the next question, Argentina. This is in news. Yes, it is true. This is true. Turkey rescinded its membership. Nobody will, rescind the membership of a NATO. It's one of the most powerful organizations. This is not possible. This is true. But I'm going to keep this as a 60. Logical. See, rescinding means you, in Hindi, what they have given, NATO ki apni sadasya nirast kar di. Nirast means, I think, stopped. But it's not possible, right? It's not possible to do all these things. Sorry, see, not possible means it can be done. I'm saying NATO who are, the issue was Turkey was preventing, I think the one of the Northwest European, Norway, Sweden, Denmark, one of the countries wanted to become a member of NATO. Turkey was preventing that. That was the issue which came, and hence I knew about it. But Sumet's pipeline is a strategic route. This is true. Sumet connects. This is true. See, you see this. It's connecting Red Sea and Mediterranean Sea. Okay, it's a strategic route, pipeline Gulf. This is, both these statements are reading comprehension. It should have been taken, and it came in the news for a very long time also. So you should see this Gaza issue has been there for a very long time, and it created this panic around this. What is that, Red Sea and many other areas. Hence, this was in news. This was in the paper. The Red Sea receives. This is true. This I am not sure. So I am not going to take this as an easy question. 30. This also I am not going to take it as an easy question, because it's something that I should have read in the newspaper. According to the Environmental Protection Agency, which one of the following is the largest source of, see, largest source when it comes, obviously this should be the point. Largest, so see, 70%. Okay, now they have reduced it to 60%, but most of the production of electricity happens here. 60% of our electricity happens here. Definitely SO2, NO2 and other pollutants are being pumped into the air. This is an, okay, I'm not going to take this as an easy question as well. Leave it. This Sahel region, and this is a direct question. How many times they have been asking this for the past 20 years? The Sahel region. Okay, recently military takeovers have happened, but the Sahel region and the problems there have been an issue for a very long time. So this is a 91. I'm going to take this. India does not import United States of America's Apple. I am not sure. India law prohibits without the, yes, this is true, but this is not true. Okay, so statement 1 is incorrect. Statement, this is also something logically not, see, now 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 Trump is there, so does not import. How can it not import? You will import if the country does not come under this temperate climate. They may not have this Apple, but a country like United States, will, we will import apples. I see, logically it should be there, but okay, I may consider, I will leave this as a question of a logical pursuit also. You don't have to consider it in the easier question. Lok Sabha speaker, this is a direct question, not precise. Not have the right to speak. Everybody has the right to speak. It is natural justice. You cannot do that. You cannot stop that. This is not true. Shall not be entitled to vote on the resolution first incident. Actually, shall be entitled. Here, the Lok Sabha speaker is a member of the parliament. So this is a direct polity question. This should have been taken. See, this and all should come here. But anyways, I will leave this also. Bill pending in the parliament on its dissolution. This is a multiple time previous year question. This is true. Bill passed by the Lok Sabha. Lapses on the this is true, but this is 108 president. See, after the president has said that there will be joint session, this will not be dissolved. Sorry, this will not, bill will not lapse. The dissolution can happen, but the bill will not lapse. But here, its intention to summon the joint sitting lapses. They have said that lapses. So 1 and 2. This is a question that I should have taken. With reference to parliament, prorogation of the house by the president does not require the advice. See, this is not true. So this is not true. So 3 is automatically true. This is also true. I'm going to give this as a need. See, these are questions, if we make mistake, we will regret it a lot. So these questions should have been taken. Prorogation is generally done after the house is adjourned, but there is no bar for the president. See, president is the person who is responsible for proroguing the house. Its adjournment is speaker, but this and all should have been, should have, or should have, not could have, should have been taken. This is true, but the year was tough. The year was 2050. It's okay. If you have not known 2050, it would have been a difficult question. So I'm not going to include this question. But the answer is 1 is correct, 2 is wrong. But okay. Now this is true. Venezuela's see, this statement itself is wrong. Venezuela has achieved a rapid economic. So it's not only economic development, rapid economic recovery. The country is reeling under economic crisis. Actually, still, you cannot preventing its people from, see, it's actually the problem of migration into Central America and other countries is because of this economic crisis. So statement 2 is correct, statement 1 is wrong. Next, digital India, this and all is, you should have taken this. This is a question of this is where I make my answer. Pradhan Mantri Surakshit Matriva. Matriva means so Matriva means mother. It's that once in a month they can refer it. So outside hospital doctors can come and refer. So see here, so they can be given. But this is Janani Suraksha Yojana, Janani Shishu Suraksha Karyakram. These schemes. This scheme was promoted because to include many doctors, because we don't have that many doctors, so they included doctors. So this one is an easy thing. This I had a little, anyone who would have found out that this is 18, not 21. The working age in India is 18. It's not 21. You could have taken this. If you had taken this, you would have come here. So 2 is already 2. So 3 you should have checked. Yes, 3. So this is the point that I am making. But this I am not going to take it in an easy way. This one point, if you have understood, logic is that pension 18 years. So 21 was the voting age till 1988, but it is changed after to 18 years, right? So pension also is 18. Many pension Mandan scheme, Pradhan Mantri Shram Yogi Mandan scheme. Many of the schemes have this 18 as a criteria. Okay, now sit and analyze. 52 question out of 100 question could be answered when you have read previous year question, books and newspaper. Now understand this. Yes, there are difficult questions. There are questions like Basa, and the question below, Sahaba, the Buddhist monk who 4th century AD. There are trick questions as well. But you imagine yourself in the hall. Would you be going for these questions? Would you be worrying about these questions, or worrying about questions which you have no control over? I have left some 10 questions only in the previous, all these videos. You please check it. All the videos are in the list, Sisyphus list. You can check it. I have left 10 or some questions. There is ample amount of 40 questions where you can make more more marks. How can this cutoff not be attainable? Understand again. I have I will repeat this. I have cleared this exam since 2012.
13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 2019 was my last attempt. I have written mains in all these attempts, and it was no tricks. Understand it. You can go check the videos which I have made. I have in no sense made any tricks or something. I have used pure logic. I have used polity as my bedstone. I have used my understanding that I have gotten from reading the newspaper. This is what is this exam. Do not fall for these, see, this is not a magic thing. Okay, no magic. Working is what gives you this cutoff. Understand this. You don't have to have any specialty. I used, and you can go check the videos. I have not, I have in some questions, I have said that I do not have an information right now. Information right now is what I said. In the times of preparation for prelims, you could have information for that also. So I can get this equation easily, not easily. See, if I work, I will get it. So work towards it, think about it. No tricks, logical, polity based, understanding based, newspaper based exam is what UPSC is. And recently I have been seeing all the questions are there in NCRT. People are refusing to read NCRT and instead they read material. But understand it, all the materials have been copied from NCRT. All the questions. So if you are finding a question that UPSC has asked from a material, then understand it that has been written in NCRT. That's how the material gets it. So it's not the material which has cleared you, it is the NCRT information which has been copied into the material that has cleared. So I will go to the root of NCRT, logic, polity, understanding, then newspaper. I will automatically get this equation and clear this exam. Wish you all the success. And I will next go to a series of 2023 question paper. Like this 2020 question I will solve, and I will come and arrive at this equation for that also. You can check, you can put for any other, if you want, you can put for any other doubts that you may have in prelims. Thank you and all the best, and keep reading.
So if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe to Minds of Aspirant. You can send this video to anyone who is preparing for civil services and to your family members who want to know about civil services also. There is a Telegram channel, Minds of Aspirant official as well. You can click that link and join the group, and you can ask for whatever doubts that you have. And also you can click the bell icon so that you will get regular updates from Minds of Aspirant. Thank you. All the best.